Many drivers feel like owning a car costs more every year, even when they're driving the same amount and maintaining their vehicle responsibly. In this video, we'll explain why the total cost of car ownership keeps rising, what's driving those increases, and why they extend far beyond the purchase price. When people think about car costs, they often focus on the sticker price. But for most households, the larger burden comes from ongoing expenses: insurance, maintenance, repairs, and financing. Even drivers who keep their cars longer or avoid frequent upgrades are noticing higher monthly costs. That creates confusion because responsible ownership doesn't seem to protect against rising expenses. The central mechanism behind rising car ownership costs is complexity-driven expense growth. Modern vehicles are more technologically advanced than ever. Safety systems, sensors, cameras, software, and emissions controls have improved performance and reliability, but they've also increased repair and maintenance costs. When something goes wrong, repairs often require specialized parts, trained technicians, and longer labor time. Even minor accidents can involve expensive components that didn't exist in older vehicles. At the same time, financing costs have increased. Higher interest rates mean that both new and used cars cost more to pay off over time, even if the purchase price remains similar. Together, complexity and financing create a higher baseline cost for owning a vehicle. Households absorb these costs first because reliable transportation is essential for work, errands, and daily life in many regions. Automakers and lenders don't automatically benefit from higher ownership costs. Many face higher production expenses, regulatory requirements, and financing risks of their own. Repair shops also operate under pressure, balancing rising labor and equipment costs while meeting safety and certification standards. The result is a system where costs rise across the board, even without changes in driving behavior. Once vehicle ownership costs rise, they rarely fall. Technological complexity doesn't reverse. Safety and emissions standards remain in place. Parts and labor costs reset at higher levels and tend to stay there. Insurance premiums, which are closely tied to repair costs, adjust upward and then stabilize rather than declining. Financing costs fluctuate, but long-term averages remain higher when interest rates rise. This creates a ratcheting effect, where each generation of vehicles establishes a more expensive baseline. For households, this means that keeping a car longer can still be financially sensible, but it doesn't eliminate rising costs entirely. Preventive maintenance and careful driving help manage risk, but they can't fully offset system-wide cost increases. Understanding car ownership as an ongoing service cost, not just a purchase, helps explain why transportation feels more expensive year after year. Rising transportation costs reflect how vehicles are built, financed, and maintained today, not just how much they're driven. This channel explains those systems calmly and clearly, one everyday cost at a time.